Yeah, I'm late. It's all good. Um, like why am I even doing this, right? Because it's fun. Actually, the game on your screen is what is the name of this silly game? Pocket. I think it's called Pocket Boxing, right? It's uh, it's an NES clone, um, Punch Out clone. It's a Punch Out clone, and as you can see, they got a Kimber slice, right? So yes, it's what you call an indie game, and what they do, I mean, a lot of people, what they do is they make games, um, and then sell them online. You know, so my bad. I just want to turn the heat up a little bit. It's a little nippy in here. So yeah. Like I was saying, this is a punch out clone because what I've been doing is practicing for to fight Mike Tyson. I fought Mike Tyson, and I went. I shared a couple videos of me playing, fighting the early fighters, and I won the championship belt. And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go straight to Mike Tyson. So I went straight to Mike Tyson, and 1, 2, 3 hits, and the fight was over. So he gave my son the chance to laugh at his dad, and it's like, all right, we're gonna train in the virtual video boxing game world as to fight Mike Tyson. So, and at the same time, while we practicing doing that, what we're going to do is show the game theory behind it, whether it's the physics or the timing or the calculus or whatever kind of math we can draw from it to better explain how gaming works, how to program for games and things like that. So we're gonna have fun with it. Just have patience with us because I even this video, like I wanted to put more into this one. Um, but it is you put all your heart and sweat into these things, and then you share them to the world, and to not get any kind of likes or whatever, then yeah, it is kind of corny. It's depressing, right? So they claim, right? Um, yeah, I'm not here to hate. It's sad that I gotta you know say that in the first place, but that game right there, see how it already closed on me, but. This game right here, yeah, it ain't the most well put together game. Like I know that they put a lot of time into it. Well, I don't know. We will see. But it is a punch out clone. It is a early lesson for something that say me and my son could probably do one day. I'm hoping, right? But we got to take our time with it, and all we can do is use the tools that we have already right now. So I'm not hating on them for making this game. I just wanted to share a picture with the Kimber slice, should I say? I don't want copyright claim, LOL, right? I'm being facetious. Um, in that game or whatever. Like, so even, for example, even this beat that I got going on in the background, something that let's do together real quick. Um, like, it would be cool to really drum something out, really get my timing down, really, something that I really can feel. And I'm not really feeling this beat. It's just, all right, let me just do something different instead of that same loop that I was playing earlier, try to give them a little something different every time. So that's what I was kind of doing my, display rate that I have. But then it's like, I'm making it on one phone, and then I'm trying to, bounce it to other things. And it's like, it gets a little time consuming because I don't have that super powerful computer that I want. But I will get one eventually soon, just keep working at it, right? Same with everything in life, right? You got to work hard at it. They'll give you this stuff called cash, eventually, and you'll be able to purchase it, or you can put it on credit, whatever. No, it don't matter. But what I'm really rapping about is my son. My son is when it was the indie conference, with not conference, but the indie thing with Nintendo. So it's games that people make themselves and then sell to the world. You know, so Nintendo has a lot of games on their eShop, but a lot of it is shovelware. And this same with Apple. Apple has a lot of games on their networks, and a lot of it is shovelware. So this is, shovelware is like you get a low grade, but you don't want to give anybody D's, E's, and F's anymore because everybody's sentimental and you know what I mean. Like even so, the stuff that I put together, I know it ain't A plus my A plus work. It's just my son did a video like right after we did a video, we did another video of his, and we did good work. We did the best we can do. You know what I mean? I felt as though it was A quality, and the result was A quality. Just him playing 3 indie games demos, and people online came to it, was commenting and enjoyed it. Now I'm trying to do the same on the adult level, but when it comes to religion, politics, or even science, you're dealing with a lot of wokeism amongst adults, and that's kind of weird to me. Like, what I mean? It's like they just want to hate on. They want to hate on wokeness, right? Like it's like if I'm hating on wokeness, and then they want to hate on wokeness, like I'm the anti-wokeness or whatever. Like it's just weird. It's a state of contradiction, is what it is. And that's what the black community is. The black community is a state of contradiction right now. It's racism is a group sport, and black people are the only ones that are working like individuals. That's what I'm talking about. Like I go out there and I see Italians working with Italians, Asians working with Asians. I'm just saying Asians in general, but because we do know that there's conflict between the different Asian groups. Like Japan and China ain't the coolest, but we want to act like they're the coolest, and that's Asia, So whatever. Like I'm not here to break them apart. Like I met a dude from Haiti, and whenever I meet people from Haiti, as soon as I mention, and it's something in me just say, mention Dominican Republic, right? So as soon as I mention Dominica, right? It's like their whole expression changes. Like you're the enemy. It's just how it is. It's the same landmass. It's like America, like East Coast versus West Coast, and that's what Biggie and Tupac got caught up in, or whatever. That's what they presented it as, and even North South would be Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Like that's what they kind of do. Make it different land. That's the law. That's the war, right? That's the risk. Like so risk is a game that you play where you're fighting over land, language, and law, basically, and that's what all war is fight over land, language, and law. They want to make it seem like it's money, economical, like Monopoly. So Monopoly is considered a war, but Monopoly money isn't real. The U.S. dollar isn't real, especially if you start understanding how money is time, or time is money, however you want to put it. But there's a logical equivalence there, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not arguing with the wokeism. I'm not arguing with the woke folk. The woke folk want to just take it to a whole new level of just ignorance, and that's what's calling. So, but I ain't want to use my Daddy Polo thing. I'm not Daddy Polo right now. Let me change it up. But I'm just doing this also to just show y'all, how we can change things up, and I'm trying to show y'all how to use this app. StreamYard is the one that I'm using. Should I put Let me put their logo up real quick. Oh, it's up in the corner. See? Let me see. They got an overlay somewhere around here too. I can take mine off now, cause y'all know who I am. See, so this is the StreamYard one, right? So we're live on StreamYard, and did I put it? I think I might have put it in there already. Yeah, it's in there. So if you click on the comment section and scroll down, it'll say help our channel. Like if you're using StreamYard, the free edition, and you want to sign up for, hey, I might as well just put it in and be able to use all the features that, Volo is using or whatever, you know what I mean? Just click on that link, and then that'll send me some kickback to my monthly bill or whatever, as an appreciation for introducing you to them, right? So, but StreamYard is the one. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and StreamYard is the one that Mr. C put me down with, and that's the one I've been using, right? So that's just the way it is. So let me come out of here and come down here and hit this here and hit that there and boom that there. So I'm gonna share a little video with y'all like I did last time. Trying to figure where should I go first though. What do they got? Immediately for me. It doesn't look like they have anything. Because they make me search for what I wanted to plan for y'all, and I wanted to share with y'all. Even the history is different now. But which one should I start with? Oh yeah, let's go straight with the wokeness. All right, we're gonna go straight with the wokeness. All right. Now, what you're gonna see here is I'm gonna share. Let me click on it first. Yeah, because I knew I should have did that because they're playing a commercial. So I'll let the commercial play. I don't want to bombard y'all with their craziness. You know what I mean? Even though, we got to get paid by the sponsors. But I'm doing a little quick, fair use thing. So, and I shared this people yesterday, right? And so let me show you right now real quick, and then I'll kill this beat in the background, right? And yeah, I shared Freedom Tunes yesterday, and the one that I shared was their first one of wokeness, right? They're like the anti-wokeness page or whatever. So I actually subscribed to them. They have 912 subscribers. And that's kind of what this cartoon that they made here is more anti-wokeness, but in a comedy way. And, so it's who do they represent in as far as political ideology is my question, and that's what the game Ideology Rush is about. That's also available on Apple, not Apple Arcade, but Apple's app page or whatever. But I'm gonna rewind this. And boom, and it's a short video, cartoon. But as far as say, if I mention the Peanuts, right? Wokeism is attacking the Peanuts for being racism in a form called white supremacy. That's wokeism, right? And it's flipped on the white side, right? Because on the white side, wokeism will be the LGBTQIA. And that's what that last video yesterday or it might have been 2 days ago that I shared with y'all to illustrate that again. So this page is actually, these cartoons is actually kind of right-leaning cartoons. So, the woke black folk will point at it and say that it's, racist, so and that's where I get myself into trouble, because when referring to Carter G. Woodson's education of the miseducation of the Negro, for example. He brings up a term called educated Negro. And when I read it and understanding what he's trying to understand what he's saying, he's not talking about himself. He's talking about people like him that have degrees, but then act like they don't understand the culture anymore. That's where we get confused. Like it is a self look in the mirror. Like, am I the contradiction? Right? You got to negate that. That's the only way you can see the truth. But we'll get more into that kind of mental play in a little bit. But I just wanted to share a little bit of this video with you. Hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 civil rights movement. Just to show you my perspective. That's why I said that just now, just to show y'all my perspective of a video like this. All right. So we'll play a little bit. We'll play the whole thing,
Oh my gosh, this is insanity. The majority of border crossings aren't even Mexican anymore. We have no idea who's entering.
Oh, that's interesting, honey.
200,000 crossings in 1 month? 1 month? How many human traffickers? How many gangs? How much fentanyl?
Wow. Yeah.
Do you hear what I'm saying? How can you not care about this?
Honey, it's gonna be fine. The culture a person's from doesn't make them any different from you or I.
Doesn't make that. Oh, so you don't care that 50% of the people pouring over the border are Virgos?
What?
Yeah, and that's just a rough estimate. They aren't even vetting people for their star sign.
The fact that he said Virgos is hilarious. Hilarious.
You serious? 100,000 Virgos entering each month? What's next? Pisces or Capricorn just being able to pour in?
They already are.
Because I'm trying to think of the comedian. There's a comedian from Def Comedy Jam. And I got to look his name up. I'm going to look his name up and see if I can find that routine he had. He has a routine where instead of using the N-word, he started calling us Virgos, and it's one of the most hilarious, little skits comedy routines. His name slips me. I see the name, I see his face, and he has one classic video where you talk about a girl with a ring in her nose and she sneezes and a boogie flies out the nose and hits him on his shirt or something like that. I'm my bad, brother, but I'm gonna look you up and I'm gonna share some of your routine because when you start talking about kings of comedy, he's one that's always kind of overlooked. They always talk about the Price is Right guy, not the Price is Right. Y'all know Steve Harvey, yeah, that guy. And I do like DL. DL is cool, but DL be going through his thing too. But I can't remember his name. But he has a real funny routine later on. Like it's kind of new. Like so, it was me. I remember watching, and like, oh, I remember this guy, kind of a thing. And he, I'm not the biggest comedian fan anyway, but people know who I'm talking about. But he has a routine where he says instead of using the N-word, he started using Virgo. I'm pushing instead of using N-words, I use ninja, like the assassin warrior. Like so, I use ninja, but I'm at the same time I'm talking about monks and samurai as the three different warriors of Asian, Eastern philosophy. But we'll get more into that later on too. I'm sorry to interrupt but I'm trying to add my own little thing to it so that I don't copyright claim me, yada yada. I guess that's part of the routine. When I get enough subs on my YouTube page, I probably won't even play their videos. I'll just maybe a snippet from it or something. Explain, hey, go over here, check it out. But I'm kind of filling time in, how much time I put in so far. I already put it 20 minutes in. But this is still on my YouTube page. On my Facebook page. I want to exclusively be on my YouTube page, but that's enough explanation on that. I'm gonna get back to this video, okay?
Someone has to do something. You're not going to believe what Mark just told me, Jojo. Half of the illegal crossings were Pisces this month.
See, I changed from Virgos to Pisces, right? This is the Me Too movement.
So anyone can just enter, even if they aren't compatible.
The queens of the
with
Me
each
Too
other's star
movement.
sign. It's outrageous. We need an even balance. And no Aries.
Especially my sign, right?
A political solution. But we cannot be blamed for what actions we take when Mercury is in retrograde. Scorpio, no issue there. Thank you. And your child's birthday? December 6th? Sagittarius? We don't need any more of those. Please, no.
They got guns on the baby.
Welcome to America.
Now they ready to build the wall, right? This is funny because it's like COVID.
Well, it's not ideal, but at least it's an immigration system.
Sir, records indicate you're guilty of being a secret Capricorn.
Huh? No, I'm a Gemini.
The party hereby accuses you of altering your records.
That's ridiculous.
Doesn't sound like Gemini talk to me. What do you think?
Like he Barack,
I
right?
think we should see what the tribunal has to say.
No! Become a member at freedomchips.com for exclusive cartoons.
All right, so that was cute, right? When it popped up on my thing. See, once you start watching one thing on YouTube, it'll start keep suggesting it. So I think I might have just registered yesterday after watching that first video because the video is not bad. Now I want to show that. So I might just show two and then I'm call it a night. This one I wanted to save for later. Actually, should I play it now? How long is this? 10 minutes. And then the last one is 6 minutes. That'd be a nice long show. Should I play both of them? Yeah, I'm gonna play both of them. Because I am trying to be a teaching kind of a station anyway, right? People coming at my neck with that wokeism. And it's like, yo, back up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we got to defend the woke. No, we don't. First of all, y'all got to define it. That's part of the problem. Y'all don't even define what it means to be woke. Wokeism is. And I think I did in the what's the name a little bit. I'll talk more about that later on too. I just wanted to get some of this in. And so this is a popular channel too. All right. So I guess fair use, they might, copyright claim, but I'll do the same kind of thing. I might pause it here and there and add 2 cents or whatever to transform it as much as I can. But this is, like I said again, this is going on my Facebook page right now, and then I'll edit it, or not edit. I'll just send it over to my YouTube page because I do need 4 more subscribers over there in order to get to 50. That way I can just do these live streams over there, be a little bit more organized, and I really don't have to share their video that way, because all I can do is just reference it. All I have to do is reference it, go over there, check them out, and share, subscribe. So I'm subscribed to After School. All right, at After School is a very popular site. They got 3 million subscribers, so they get a lot of views. I'm subscribed. Do I agree with everything? No, I don't. But they do a real good job of the art that they use, explaining their opinion of it. A lot of it is facts and truth. But then that's where we get into the debates of the difference between opinion and truth and yada yada. Just like we do with the difference between ethics and morality. And that's what the game theory that I'm trying to really introduce to everybody. Like, the first game is being the creator. The second game is flipping a coin. So if one side of the coin is ethics and the other side of the coin is morality, are you really still confused about the choice you have to make? That's where we got to start making better decisions on the choices that we make. It's just that you're also used to this American government where both sides of the coin is heads, right? And then y'all know who flipped the coin and had both sides of the coin heads. It was the prosecutor from Batman. What's his name? Two-Face. Once he realized the truth, he got his whole half of his face burnt in half. He scratched off one half of the because his whole mantra was, I control my own fate type of thing. That's why he's such a genius kind of character to write Two-Face is, because there's a lot of people that believe that, like, I control my own fate, my own destiny. All right, cool. And then, they find themselves, in some, like, So yeah, I'm in some right now. But I'm having fun sharing this information, this knowledge with y'all. So I was destined to do it this way. I wasn't procrastinating. I was just doing my due diligence in life and waiting for the opportunity to share things like this. So I got to stop talking so much because I'm almost 30 minutes in. So, but I'm gonna share this one with y'all. This is a good one. All right. So,
Anno, okay. The writer and creator of Pursuit of Wonder.
Here we
Check
go.
out more videos on Pursuit of Wonder's YouTube channel.
Pursuit of Wonder.
Our knowledge, our conditions, and our capabilities as a species have and continue to progress at unfathomable rates. And yet, with each new generation in the modern world, it seems as though we have and continue to sink into greater states of hopelessness and cynicism. It is no secret that an underlying tension between each new generation, from Gen X to millennial to Gen Z, and
all right, let me stop right there for a second. All right, so this is typically how we see it, right? So what my son is actually, he's Gen A now. That's the alpha gen, right? Gen A, they he wants to be a Gen Z because his older, cousins and uncle, right, are Gen Zers, right? I knew them since they were babies. So, and it's just funny watching them grow up. They all was in this house at one point, right? So, and with my son, and since he was in diapers, and so he considers himself a Gen Z because he's an older kind of personality, but he still likes to play with the kids. So, and that's how life is. It's supposed to be at age 12, but we do live in a society. It's not that the technology is separating them. It's that the technology is separating them from us. I'm Gen X, right? So I'm the yellow guy here with the McDonald's or whatever. My parents are baby boomers, right? You see the piece, the hippie thing, and all that stuff. So they understand hippies, right? My parents understand the hippies. Um, I'm Gen X, and then my dad's father was the silent generation. So I had a real strong relationship with my grandfather, and he barely talked. It was just like like 3, 4, 5 wise words, and we'll play some checkers together or whatever, Um, and I have great fond memories of him. We have the same name too. So that's what makes me and my son and my dad unique, is that we all have the same name. So you're talking about a silent generation, a baby boomer, a Gen X. Of course, I skipped basically 2 generations before I had my son. So and we've my dad is still with us, so we've been sharing that with him since he was an infant. So he loves the Gen Z generation, and he's a part of that. He had an iPhone in his hand since he was 2, but he knows when we start rapping, he can put that phone down. But he can get away with certain things with my dad, of course, because my dad's going to spoil him. But he knows that I'm going to start asking him questions. What does it mean to know? What does it mean to be? What is knowledge? What is, what I mean? Like, what is wisdom? What is the prefix of the word? What is the root word? Right? I start bringing that down to him like that. That's when he starts. Wait a minute, maybe I don't know now, right? Because my dad, his generation gave me the gift of how am I supposed to know, which is classic Socrates. You know what I mean? Socrates is I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what it is exactly, but who really knows? Because Socrates spoke a whole different language anyway. But it is a philosophy of I think they're no that's it's a mathematician, French mathematician. I think therefore I am. I get back to that later on. But with Socrates, one is how am I? Not how I'm supposed to know, but I can't remember. I can't even think what it is right now. Jeez. I exist without knowing, or something like that. You know what I mean? When talking about the oracle, who was more? That's how the legend goes. Who is more wisdom? You were the oracle, and his question was like, she has to be, because I exist without knowing, right? It was kind of the philosophy that he is giving credit for, or whatever. But we know the philosophy is like thousands of years older than even Socrates. But we get more into that later on too. What else? I'm going to share some more of this. I don't know. I got to rapping and lost track, but but just this picture alone speaks volume, because it's like these kids aren't really depressed like that. They just communicate on a whole different level that the baby boomers don't have a clue, right? Gen X, we have a little clue. Millennials have a clue. So when I hear millennials like Sergeant Willie Pete, genius, you know what I mean? But my man Sergeant Willie Pete and Mr. C, they were, and myself, I'm an educated lane myself. I'm that generation that they gave me the computer and was like, well, because that generation was silent and baby boomers first getting computers and not having a clue to what it was. So when I was in high school, it was like, here's a Mac. Teach us how to, you know what I mean? That's what I experienced. So I was, sometimes I had special classes. It was just me and one other person. They had a brand new Mac too. And I'm teaching the teacher how to use desktop publishing, because the teacher didn't have a clue. He was used to putting the fonts together on the actual metal machine and then pressing it that way. as opposed to, me trying to draw the outline on the desktop publishing app, the early Adobe stuff, and how to translate that for him. So that's what I was a part of. That's kind of why I'm a little bit ahead of the curve than most Gen Xers. Like most Gen Xers was into, gangster rap. So that's why gangster rap is still popular. And I was into gangster rap, but I was also into Houdini. So when Houdini said the words love and life both have 4 letters, but they're 2 different things altogether. Like that's what I used to reflect on. That's different than it was Saturday night and I was feeling kind of sporty. Went to the bar, got me a 40. You know what I mean? Like that was dope too. Shout out to Spoonie, it's not Spoonie G, Schoolie D. And shout out to Spoonie, Spoonie G too, Schoolie D, and what other item? Houdini. I already mentioned Houdini, but so I teach my son Houdini. He's not ready for Schoolie D yet, right? Even though that's what they try to push on him. And it's sad because they try to push that on him on YouTube. And that's where I get mad at YouTube, because they'll try to push the gay agenda. And it's like, no, son, YMCA is that's, technically, I guess that's the first gay song. That's, I mean, that's what comes from the baby boomers and the hippies. Hip hop is different. We're not the hippie movement again. That wasn't us. I mean, that's what this LGBT is the hippie movement again. And that's why they keep connecting us to drug abuse, sexual deviancy, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, no, son, YMCA actually stands for young, now, like they'll say Young Man Christian Association or something like that. But it originally probably was Young Ministry Christian Association, right? But there's such an attack on Christianity that it's like, we got to change it. You can't use Christianity in it. It's got to be just the Y, and it's got to be gay, and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, son, be mindful of what they're trying to teach you. Instead, study those 10 commandments, right? Because if any person that don't know the 10 commandments really is not intelligent in my eyes, right? And that's when that community gets mad at people like myself and want to attack like the Bible and call me Christian. It's like, no, I'm hip hop. Hip hop is different. And I'm about to share how hip hop is different than what they're trying to say, right? So let me set that right here, because I'll come back to that one. That's a good video, but I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna share this one instead, right? And how I'm gonna do this, right? I'm having fun, but I'm already 38 minutes in. I really ain't want to do a whole hour show this time. And I know I'm not organized, but y'all peeping the flow, right? This is my breaking news brief thing, right? And I'm still trying to explain why you're not allowed to say black, right? Because the algorithm hears these things, right? They're hearing me say wokeism and woke, and they want to keep the wokeness alive. Wokeness got to die, right? You have to say what it is. Wokeness is a mental health issue. It's a psychological mental health issue. 100, period. So we have people in positions of power that are woke, and they have mental health issues, and that's dangerous. They want to say, Trump has mental health issues, and it's like, nah, right? They want to say Biden has mental health issues. It's like, nah, he don't have mental health issues. He's losing it. He's his mind is too old to keep repeating the same ignorance that he's repeating. My bad. I ain't mean this. Yeah, he is ignorant, right? He's not intelligent anymore. The technology is too much for him, right? Trump's a little better with the technology than Biden. You could tell, right? Biden's more traditional. I can use it, I can use a rotary phone. Trump knows how to use his iPhone. Like, that's the difference between the two. Y'all don't want to see it, but I see it. Right? You could tell when an old person, elder person, is better with electronics than a younger person, right? But there's a lot of young people that don't, there's a lot of Gen Xers that aren't really, they don't know how to use the whole. I don't even know how to use my whole IO system. It's funny because people are like, you got that iPhone and you don't know how to do this and this and that with the operating system. It's like, nah, because I don't use it like that. You know what I mean? So as I start using these computers again, it's like I click right away, and I see how the user interface works. Now I catch on real quick, and find shortcuts and things of that nature. And they try to change it all the time. That's why they try to keep certain people ahead of the curve and other people behind the curve. These are the secrets of computer science, actually, but we'll get more into that too. And that's all part of game theory. Let me key this up because I'm gonna play this one in its entirety because it's very important. If they copyright claim me, I really don't care. Plus, I'm just going to share this on even if they copyright it on my page, because this video is actually important. It's important for the understanding of hip hop. Not too many people are that aware of what hip hop is. Like I say, I'm gonna say this again, right? This is my last time saying it too before I play this video. Hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 civil rights movement. Our elder orators, right? Our elder spokesmen, our elder teachers teach us, right? I don't like to say teach ER because ER is considered a derogatory suffix around the woke people, right? So I changed it to an A, right? That's what Karis One did, right? He calls himself the TEACHA, not the ER, because they used to point at us and say hip hoppers with the ER. So we started saying hip hop, same with the N word. And right? We should say, all right, NA, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we are. So it's like, you still want to use that word, then come fight me, like, coward. Like, that's how we took it. We're not scared anymore. So, but they still trying to, well, if Negro is the same thing, or even Niger, the country in Africa, or NEGUS, that's what what's the young rapper name? Kendrick came up with, what he introduced to us. Like, hip hop is very educational, but instead of using to educate us, they're trying to use it to make us guilty of their sins, right? So, as you can see here, this video was an interview with Muhammad Ali, who I consider one of the, I mentioned Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture, right? We'll say Muhammad Ali's number 4 as far as spokesman for hip hop, right? The order doesn't matter, but I'm putting it in that order. All right, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture, Muhammad Ali. Let's listen to a little bit of what Muhammad Ali had to say about religion. I still won't play, huh? Once again, this is After School. Like, subscribe, share to their channel.
Another question: why did I change? Because I was raised a Baptist, and after touring the world, I found out that there are 600 million Muslims on the planet, and all religions are good. I wrote something once. It says rivers, lakes, and streams. They all have different names, but they all contain water. So does religions have different names, and they all contain God and the truth, only expressed in different ways, forms, and times. What Jesus taught was good. What Moses taught was right. what Buddha taught was right, what Krishna taught was right, what Isaiah, Lot, Noah. God has always sent prophets to different people at different times with messages to those people, and people have decided to choose those prophets as their leader. Some follow Krishna, some follow Buddha, some follow Muhammad, some follow Jesus, some follow whoever. But Moses, all of them are right. Jesus made a statement, I come not to destroy no law of the prophet, but to fulfill. All of God's prophets are right. You got to believe in all of them. So, if the person follow Buddha and do what Buddha said, they'll see God and believe it. If a person follow Krishna and live what he preached, he'll be good. If a person follow Moses and live like Moses preached, if they follow Jesus, they follow Lot, any of the prophets. So I decided to take the Islamic path. The Christian path is a perfect religion if the people practice. And you have two coats, give me one. I'm hungry, you feed me. Love your enemy. Pray for those who use you. Forgive. Give charity. Don't hate. Christianity is a perfect religion. It is the people who don't live the religion. The religion is good, but the people do things in the name of the religion. A lot of Muslims do things they shouldn't do. A lot of Protestants, a lot of Buddhists, a lot of Hindus live like they shouldn't live. But the religion itself, the religion is right, but the people who follow religion ain't so right. So I choose to follow the Islamic path because I never saw so much love. I never saw so many people hugging each other, kissing each other, praying 5 times a day. The women in the long garments, the way they would eat. You can go to any country, assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. You got a home, you got a brother. I chose the Islamic path because it connected me. As a Christian in America, I couldn't go to the white churches. As a Christian, that was for those people. It did them good. It didn't do me good. I saw Jesus Christ. I saw a white man with blonde and blue eyes. I look at the Lord's Supper in Christianity. I see all white people. You're an Asiatic girl. I see a man behind you is dark. All the pictures of angels are white. Why come we never go to heaven? Why come the Mexican don't go to heaven and fly around? Why the Puerto Rican, all the angels happen to be white angels. I look at Peter was white. Mary was white. Paul was white. God's son Jesus was white. Everything was white. Tarzan, the king of the jungles, he was white. And the angel food cake was made white, and the devil food cake was chocolate. And if I threaten you, I'm going to blackmail you. Black was always bad in the Western world. The black cat was the bad luck. If you get put out of fraternity group, you get blackballed. Black was always bad. So the only thing that made me feel good, the only thing that made me feel free, that connected me with Saudi Arabia, the Islamic religion, connected me with Pakistan, Morocco, Syria. I sat down with Colonel Gaddafi, had dinner in his palace, stayed overnight because I'm a Muslim. As a Christian, I never could sit with Christian leaders. As a Muslim, I sat with Sadat, I sat with President Nasser, the Marcos of the Philippines, Ayub Khan of Pakistan before he died. I've been sat with kings of Sheikh Zayed of Abu Dhabi. Kings and people of these nations have welcomed me as a brother, and I'm a citizen. And now in America, I'm respected by all colors and throughout the world as a Muslim. See, the name Muhammad is the most common name in the world. There are more Muhammads on the planet. There are 4 billion people on earth, and every third person is a Muslim. So for me, I'm not condemning no other religion, but for me, being a world figure, taking the name Muhammad Ali, which is the name of my people for the birth of America, accepting the Islamic religion, it was better for me. Where another person, Shintoism, Buddhism, Christianity, Baptist, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, that might fit another man. But you can choose any religion you want. If you believe it, you'll see God because all of them are good. Religion is a touchy thing. Some people, you say I'm Muslim, don't want to hear you. Some people, you say I'm Protestant, pow, pow. You say I'm a Catholic, pow, pow. All of them are right. All of them are for God. All of them are good and teach good. It's just the people and the titles that make you prejudiced. But all of them got the same. It says one God, but there are many roads to that God. You understand? This is the power of this. You see me do this, you call me the greatest. That's because I'm more religious than I'm physical, and I study a lot. And you may be surprised if you hear me talk because you never heard me talk this way. But I know I got about 45 lectures that I memorized in my ministry, and I can tell you something about all the religious books, all the religions, because I'm a strong believer in God and humanity. That's why I'm helping these boys. That's why God blesses me to be so great here. Because all the time I've been here, I've been talking about God, pushing religion. I'm not talking about me, how great, how much money I got. I'm always giving the praise to God. So that's why I'm as great as I am in this physical world, because I push Him first.
You know what I'm saying? Now, some people will say he's preaching was it polytheism? Many gods or whatever, or um, but we'll talk more about that later. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because when I saw it earlier, and I also wanted to share the idea of if I ask you, to recite the Ten Commandments and you don't know them, or you just want to be like that's ignorant to study them, or why would you want to know, like anything other than number one, I am the Lord. You know what I'm saying? If you can't just jar them off, right? You're just not intelligent to me, right? I guess that's hate. Yeah, I guess so. That's like not loving you, right? Not love is hate. I guess it's a little bit of hate, right? But yes, me saying you're not intelligent is saying you're a little ignorant, But is when you're dealing with these extremism, which is wokeism. It's you called me ignorant, or you called me, you hate me, like you're the one, like what I'm saying, like you're dealing with someone, right? That's why when I say all children are gay, they get mad. No, you can't. They have mental health issues, and they need to seek help with a psychologist. I wouldn't really say that. With a pastor, yeah, probably so. But they need someone, some type of leadership, some type of guide. I always say preferably the father, right? To help them with their mental health issues. God will not place a burden on a man's shoulders knowing that he cannot carry it. I felt that as I walked these streets, given the little bit of dollars that I have, the little bit of money that I have. Well, I got a lot of money actually, because money is time. Well, depending on how much God give me left, but as I share my wealth of knowledge with people, right? Not expecting a dollar in return, but I give $1 to, somebody to listen to me, right? That's how I do it. So, but if you enjoy listening to me, hey, $ Volo thing. That's the Cash App, right? But hit the like button, subscribe, share. I'm not gonna wait till the whole hour. I'm about to just hit the end button. Are y'all starting to understand what I'm talking about? This hip hop. It's a cultural religion, right? When I say Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, there's your Islam and Christian coming together. Of course, white people don't want them to come together, especially the quote unquote white supremacists. They're the ones black people aren't allowed to come together. We have to practice antitrust laws on the black community, and that's what they practice. That's what the government practices. Divorce. Black men and women divorce each other. That's what they practice. So I'm just, and don't blame yourself for voting for Biden, because we knew he was going to do what he did. But he crossed it off his bucket list. See ya. Once you're the president, you're always the president. So yeah, Barack Obama is still the president, right? Trump is still the president. So we might as well wait until 2028. Let's talk about the next president. What are we trying to do different so that the world can be more like hip hop, which is a multicultural religion. It's a multicultural religion. I'll talk to y'all later. It's not polytheism. It's a love that's not full of hate. A lot of y'all full of hate. You need to check yourselves. Me, I just, I hate what Biden's doing to the country. You're going to hate what Trump does again. Stop it, right? You're going to do the same. He's going to finish their building that wall. Remember that first cartoon? That's what they want to do, right? You just, all you got to do is convince white women, right, to finish building the wall. They showed y'all who the woke women were, right? The View, right? I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna leave the View alone because I like Whoopi Goldberg, but she just has to understand that she's not a black Jew. That's anti-Semitic, right? I'll talk to y'all later. We believe in one God, our Father, the art of heaven, Mother Yahweh. That's the earth, right? Oh, I'm going to share some stuff later on. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Talk to y'all later. I had fun with this one. I'll be back with more stuff, and with the boy, and with the young preteen and their lesson. Thanks again. Bye.